Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Hello, ladies. How are you?
Josh. Nice to see you. So, how's the journal?
Great. How have you been? Your health?
It's been good, thanks for asking. I was thinking of taking the kids to the carnival in town, if it's okay with Ross. And you.
Well, of course. You're their mother.
Yeah, I am. I have a hard time remembering what I have a right to lay claim to.
Okay, we have to talk about this.
This.
Our living arrangement.
All right, let's talk about it.
Well, yesterday I was going to move back to my house, but then I thought it might be better if I stayed around longer.
Mom, you don't have to tiptoe around the subject with me. I heard Ross ask you to stay. He needs you to stay. I think that just about sums it up, doesn't it?
So, Lewis boys dipped into their well of contacts, and we came up with a number of investors. And, darling, lo and behold, we have enough money to start up a new company.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, huh? How about, hot damn, Billy, that's the best news I've heard in a month, Billy.
Oh, Billy, I'm sorry. It is. It's great. It happens to be the best news I have heard all month.
Okay, I'll bite. What's wrong?
What's wrong? What isn't wrong? My sister hates me. My daughter thinks I'm crazy. My husband won't speak to me. And then, of course, there's Olivia.
Oh, Olivia, you still worried about Olivia?
Well, she as much as admitted she's going after my husband.
She told you that?
Basically.
You tell Josh that?
You know, I could tell Josh the earth was round and he would start doubting me.
I see. It's that bad. Okay. What can I do to help?
Get rid of Olivia for me before I do it myself.
Josh.
Hi.
Hi. Come in.
Thank you.
Sure. Look, if this is about Thanksgiving, I'm sorry for the way that I acted. I know that there was tension between me and Reva, and
Here.
Thanks. I just made things worse. I'm sorry.
You have nothing to apologize for. That night was a mess to begin with.
Well, still, it was a family holiday, and the last thing I wanted to do was to cause problems for you. That's why I left, you know, without saying goodbye or thank you or anything.
As I recall, you didn't have anything to thank me for that night anyway. But Thanksgiving is not the reason I'm here.
It isn't.
No. See, Billy and I finally managed to raise the funds to start up this new company. So if you're still looking for a job, we have one for you.
Oh, Josh, well, you know, I could really use a job.
So?
But, given the way things are, I think that working together is probably the last thing either one of us should do.
Dad was telling me some stories about you yesterday. I never knew you were such a shark in the business world. He told me you could outsmart all of them. Even him a couple of times. He and Josh just about have all the money to get their new company started. I think I'm gonna take them up on the job offer. I think maybe you were right. Maybe I do belong working for the family. But then you're always right, aren't you? So you see, everything's gonna be fine. There's nothing to worry about. We're all gonna be okay.
Anything?
No, nothing.
Bill, I just found out some bad news.
The doctor say something?
No, it's not about Vanessa. It's about Michelle.
Michelle? What?
She was arrested for the murder of Ben Warren.
What? That's impossible.
I know. It's got to be a mistake.
When did this happen?
Last night. I don't have any more details than that. I tried to get a hold of Rick.
What, she spent the night in jail last night?
Yeah. I called the courthouse for arraignments today. I thought you might want to be there. I know. Okay, man, I'll take over from here.
Mom, I gotta go be with Michelle now. I'm gonna come back real soon, okay? I love you.
Vanessa? Vanessa, what is it, honey?
They think Michelle? That's not true, Matt. Matt, that's not true. She didn't kill Ben. I did.
Your grandmother and I were home the night of Ben's murder. We stick to that no matter what happens in there, you hear me?
Don't worry, I know what I have to do.
What's going on with you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why are you acting so calm?
I thought that's what you wanted. So why are you complaining?
Last night you were hysterical. You were about to confess everything to the police. Now I'm supposed to believe that you have no emotions about this at all?
And why not? I am your daughter, right?
Do I have to remind you what will happen if you say anything?
Relax. I'm completely on board now.
I really don't think my mother killed Ben. Last night I found her grieving at his grave.
Carmen can fake anything,
She didn't know I was there, Michelle. No, she had no reason to fake it. Sweetie, as much as I hate to admit it, I really think she loved him, and I don't think she killed him.
Who else would do this to me, Danny?
I don't know, but that's what we're gonna find out.
Somebody went through a lot of trouble to make me look like a killer. I don't know anybody else who hates me that much. Who?
I'm working on it. I don't want you to worry about it, okay? Right now, we just gotta concentrate on getting you out of here on bail, okay? It's all right.
Michelle? It's time for your arraignment hearing.
Okay. You gotta keep it together. I'll see you out there, all right? Okay. It's gonna be fine. All right. Frank, thank you for letting me see her. I know that it's against policy, but thank you.
Look, for what it's worth, I've known Michelle ever since she's been a kid. She's a good kid. And she's never really been in trouble before.
Right, until she met me. Is that what you mean? Right.
Okay, let's go.
I just need to see her. I just need to look in her eyes. That's all I want.
Look, I know Michelle, and I know that she's not capable of doing this.
Oh, well, we didn't think she was capable of pulling a knife on someone either.
Come on.
I know. I'm just confused. Okay? I don't want to believe this. I don't.
Well, then don't.
The police arrested her, Jesse. They can't do that without a reason.
Well, of course, Ross asked me to stay around. I've been helping with the kids.
Oh, you don't think I'm capable of taking care of my own kids?
I think you're entirely capable if you're around.
Gee, thanks.
It's just that they've gotten used to a certain routine, so Ross and I thought that it would be best if we don't put them through any more turmoil.
Oh, you mean the turmoil that I've caused?
Let's not get into this.
Oh, no, please. I want to hear about my deficiencies as a parent and a wife, right? Since this is all about Ross.
Well, as you have so often said, I am in no position to judge.
No, you're not. But you sure managed to make sure I know how disappointed you are in my every move.
Am I supposed to applaud your running off, leaving your children and your husband again?
Mom, you don't know what I have been through, so don't tell me what I've done.
I won't remind you what you have done if you don't blame me for it. But you made your bed.
Which you didn't hesitate to sleep in. Why did you want me to come home, Mom?
Because you had been abandoned and you were pregnant. I did what any mother would do.
No, I don't think so. I think you wanted to help me take an up-close and personal look at your relationship with Ross so you could rub my nose in it.
Yeah, just do it. Believe me. Trust me. Okay, y'all. Now, what's this about getting rid of Olivia?
I'm not asking you to oil your rifle, if that's what you think.
No, I wasn't thinking that. I just want to know what your thinking is.
Well, I don't know yet. I just have to figure out a way to get her out of our lives.
Olivia really threatens you that much?
Look at her track record, Billy. I mean, she's like a shadow to me.
Baby, you're the one that invited her over for Thanksgiving.
Well, I told you why I had to do that.
Wait, really, you shouldn't have to do that.
Can I tell you something? She's going after my husband the same way she went after Richard, only this time she's not waiting around for me to be out of the picture. And in my book, that designates doing something about it.
She could have her sights dead set on Josh, and there's nothing that she could do to make him look at her if he didn't feel like he was being pushed out the door. Now, Reva, unless you start concentrating on Josh, that door is going to slam in your face.
Why do you think us working together would be a bad thing?
Well, because a lot has happened since I came by your house with my resume.
Well, that's very true, but the fact is, I still need an assistant, and you're qualified, so.
Yes, I am, but... Okay, I'll play this way with you. Fine. Okay, if you were really here to offer me a job, why didn't you just call?
Well, when I hire people, I like to do it in person.
All right, fair enough. Why do you think I'm so eminently qualified for this position
You know,
anyway?
I gotta tell you something. I'm not used to being interviewed after I offer somebody a job.
Well, I don't know very many employers who would think about hiring somebody who recently tried to end her life.
Unless they knew she was in therapy and that she was determined to make her life better.
I am very determined. I don't want you to feel...
Obligated?
Yes. I mean, you saved my life, and I'm very grateful for that.
But you don't want me to have to worry about keeping an eye on you.
No, I don't. So if that's why you're here, if that's what this is about...
That's not why I'm here. Billy and I have worked very hard to get this company started, and we're not about to hire somebody who can't produce. Now, you're smart. You have an excellent resume. You helped run a country. That's unusual.
Okay, all right. Look, maybe I'm the one who's trying to find an excuse not to work with you.
Why?
Because if we're going to be honest about this, I think that there's something going on between us. I think that there's an attraction, and it's getting harder to deny.
Your clothes may be designed for the gentle cycle.
So? Nothing?
Well, there's no change in her heart rate or her blood pressure.
Well, something was going on with her. I was here. I saw it.
Well, medical science knows so little about comatose patients. It's a mysterious world, very difficult to access.
What is that supposed to mean?
That we can never be sure of what they're thinking or feeling or absorbing, or whether or not they are.
Oh, she is. There's something going on inside of her. She's trying to tell me something.
I have to do something. I have to save Michelle. I was the one. I shot Ben.
What's that? Please, let me in. Let me in. Nurse, get him out of here.
I'm sorry, Mr.
What's wrong with my
You're
wife?
gonna have to leave.
What's wrong with my wife?
Commander, I told you after what you've heard, I could not do anything like this. I didn't do this. I did not kill your father, Drew. I didn't do this.
Hey, sweetie, it's gonna be okay, sweetie. You okay?
Yeah.
This is reminding you of your trial, isn't it?
Well, it was just the worst time in my life. And now Michelle.
Michelle is gonna be okay. I'm gonna make sure that
I
nothing...
know, and I told her to hold on to hope because that's what's going to get her through this, but I didn't tell her how bad it's going to get. Every day it gets worse, and in jail, it's just hell, Rick. It's hell.
I heard that, sister.
Hey.
Hey, you. The only thing that made it the slightest bit bearable was meeting you.
I guess I didn't think about how you would feel about all of this.
Well, I know Michelle couldn't possibly have done this. I'm so worried about Drew. You know, your best friend being accused of your father's murder.
Well, I hope that Drew can see that
It's hard, Abby.
it's going to be hard on both of them.
Yeah.
Ross. Hey, how you doing? Good. I just want to thank you again for agreeing to represent Michelle on such short notice. She really trusts you a lot.
Well, I hope you understand that I can't defend her.
Well, why not?
I'm the victim's brother. The court is not going to allow me to represent the woman who's accused of killing him.
That's why she signed the conflict of interest waiver.
No, that was just about this arraignment until she finds another attorney. I'm here for the day. That's it.
Okay, I understand. I hope we're not putting you in an awkward position, asking you to do this.
No. I have known Michelle since she was a baby. Her father is my best friend. If there was more I could do to help, believe me, I would.
Okay, can you get her out on bail?
Danny, I have read the police reports. Okay?
What does it say?
Well, an eyewitness puts her at the murder scene, and a glove was found in her drawer that had gunpowder residue and Ben's blood on it. And earlier, she publicly threatened his life. These are not good things.
I know. What do you think?
I think that I wouldn't be here if I thought Michelle was capable of doing this.
Okay.
And with her good standing in the community and a clean record, there is a chance that we can get bail. But there's no way in hell that we can prevent this from going to trial.
All right, and what do you think her chances are then?
You are almost obligated to find the real murderer if you're going to save her. I got to get in there.
What did you mean by that? On board.
I've decided that you're right. I'm going to take responsibility for what we've done. And I will. I promise you that.
What are you talking about? What are you going to do?
What do you think? I'm going to stand up in court and I'm going to announce to everyone that you killed your boyfriend and that you set up Michelle for this. Stop it, I swear. Just stop.
Hey. What the hell's going on here?
We will continue with part 2 of Guiding Light in a moment.
Whatever is happening between Ross and me is...
What's happening?
It's beside the point,
Mother,
really.
Please, spare me the euphemisms, really.
But that's not why I asked you to come home.
No?
No. But if you're throwing theories about, here's one for you. You are alone and abandoned and pregnant with another man's child, and you throw yourself on Ross's mercy, hoping that what? That he's going to put his life on hold and take care of the mess you made of yours.
That's not what I'm doing.
It's what you always do. No matter who you run after, you never let go of Ross.
I was letting go. I was letting go.
Because you were dumped on your behind. And then you come home and it's all about, oh, how Ross looked at me and how much I missed my home. Well, you didn't miss your home much when you were off with Joe, did you?
You don't understand, Mom.
No. I don't understand why you just don't give the man some peace and let him move on with his life.
What do you think I've been doing? I let him have you.
What? You know, I started start to understand what he's always saying to me, that you are not good for him. And I'm telling you something. No matter what happens between Ross and me, I'm going to make a point to see that you don't hurt him anymore.
Thank you. If you're trying to scare me, I'm already scared.
Good. You should be.
And I know that I've made a lot of mistakes.
Hey, there's a first step.
But I would appreciate it if you would stop attacking me and give me a clue as to why Josh can't get past this.
Well, maybe it's because you can't get past this.
Why does everybody keep saying that to me?
Well, maybe because to everybody else it's as plain as a nose on their face, and it's not to you. And that, my dear, is called denial.
You know something? I don't need another 12-step lecture from you. I'm sorry. But it's not true.
Come on.
It's not true. It might have been, but it's not anymore.
Well, then how come you are 1 minute up at Cross Creek with Josh and the next minute flying off to be with Richard?
I explained to him why I had to do that.
Yeah, well, and it didn't make much sense because you went and did it then 3 seconds later.
Did what?
You got all bent out of shape as Richard proposed to Cassie.
So I'm supposed to stop caring about my sister?
Hey, you're supposed to stop caring about Richard no matter who he does what with.
Cassie is...
Oh, come on, Cassie is a big girl. Hey, this is just what I mean. Why don't you just start taking care of your own business?
I have to take care of my family.
Well, how about starting with Josh? Look, I know you, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you want me to tell you what I see? I see you not wanting to give up on any of it. You wanting to be right there at the center of everything, and if any of those people get on with their lives in any way, it just eats your heart out, doesn't it?
That is ridiculous.
Is it? Well, then how come you're so concerned about what you're going to lose, and you're not thinking about what it is exactly that you want?
I want Joshua.
Well, then you prove it.
I'm trying to.
Why, what, get rid of Olivia?
Olivia is in the way.
Hey, wait just hold it. You want me to tell you what Josh is thinking right now? Josh is thinking that the only reason you're so all hell-fired bent on saving this marriage is because he's the one that's interested in someone else's time, not you.
Okay, we've both been through a tough time.
What, so misery loves company?
No. But our lives have been turned upside down in the last few months for the same reasons.
Richard and Reva.
Right. So naturally, we've gravitated towards each other to have someone to talk to.
Well, it seems like we gravitate a lot.
Yeah, but I think that's because we both needed someone to listen. And we get along pretty well, too. That's good.
And the job offer?
Look, if you think I'm offering you this job because I want to be close to you, you don't have to worry about that.
No,
That's not the
I'm
case.
not worried. I'm not worried. It's not that. It's more of a curiosity. Maybe even a little confusion.
I'm sorry, I've been sending you mixed signals. Okay. The truth is, I like you. And you are quite beautiful. And it would be real easy for me to forget about my marriage right now, particularly in the state it's in, and spend time with you. But I'm not going to do that.
I hope you don't think that's what I'm asking. I'm not.
No, I just think you're calling it like you see it. And you're not entirely wrong. This thing that we... This attraction, thank you, whatever it is, it would be difficult for either one of us at this time.
Josh, the last thing I want is more complications in my life. Believe me, I just don't want to fool myself anymore.
What do you mean?
Well, I deluded myself with Richard way too long. You know, I only saw what I wanted to see. I put blinders on to the rest of the world.
Well, why is it that you think that we would do the same thing?
Because we do get along. Because we are friends. Because it would be really easy to pretend like nothing was going on. And working together will make that harder.
You see, I don't think so. You know, if we decide that nothing's going to happen, then nothing's going to happen, right?
building a company, you know, from the ground up, it takes a lot of time working together. Long hours, long days, some nights.
Yeah?
Well, let's be honest about this. Can you do that without the slightest bit of temptation? Because I'm not sure that I can.
So what was that? She all right?
Well, her heart rate rose dramatically, as did her blood pressure, and her REM also increased.
Well, what causes that?
Well, those are typically signs of emotional stress. Now, Dr. Bauer told me your wife suffered some sort of trauma.
Yeah, before she went into the coma, we think something happened to her.
But you're not sure what happened?
No, she slipped out of the hospital, and the next thing you know, she's down on 5th Street, and she wrecked her car.
Well, whatever's causing her distress, you seem to have it under control. We'll watch her very carefully.
What? Thank you. What is going on with you, Vanessa? What are you trying to say to me? What is getting you so upset? I gotta find out what you're thinking.
Buzz, have they started yet?
So? What's going on?
Nothing. She's just a bit hysterical.
About what?
It's been a roller coaster for us, Danny. First
You.
Ben's murder, and now Michelle's arrest.
False arrest. She's innocent.
Of course. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry for losing my temper. We're all a bit on edge.
Yeah, it's true, Danny. It's just that we've all been so worried about you and Michelle, right? Excuse me. I'm gonna say hello, Bill. Hey, how's your mom?
No change.
God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I felt like I was choking. I had all these questions to ask, but I couldn't get them out.
It's okay. I mean, you saw her, you heard her. I mean, there's no way that she could have killed Ben, Drew.
But don't you think I want to believe that? I care about her, too.
I know you do. I know.
I just wanted someone to pay. I just wanted to be angry. I just wanted to find him and be angry.
But not your best friend, Drew.
No, not her. Okay, finding out she's arrested for this, it's just another death to me. I don't want to believe this. And I keep fighting, and I'm fighting just to keep that thought from crossing my mind. But it does. And every second that it does, it makes me sick. Okay, and then I feel bad because I had the thought.
Well, it's because you don't really believe it.
I feel like I'm dead. I'm numb. I'm watching everything happening, and I think maybe it's just a dream. It's a nightmare, and I'll wake up. And I'll see Ben. Michelle won't be here. But he's gone. He's gone. And that's why it's real, because the pain makes it real, okay? I can't dream it away. Michelle's here. Dad's gone. It wasn't supposed to be like this.
I know.
I don't want her to be guilty, because I don't think that I can stand it.
Michelle, Danny, listen, the first thing that's going to happen is the judge is going to ask you to enter a plea, and you will state very clearly not guilty. And they're going to ask us to present arguments for and against bail. Now, let me warn you, the district attorney is going to paint a very ugly picture, so be prepared for that. And if we do get bail, be ready with the money so we can speed up the process. All right, Danny?
Michelle. Michelle.
Hi.
I can't believe it.
I know, it's okay. Hey, how's Vanessa doing?
Don't you worry about her right now, okay? Just worry about getting out on bail. All right? Give me some good news to take her.
Okay.
The Honorable Judge Roberts presiding. State versus Michelle Bauer Santos.
Okay, just remember how much I love you.
You may be seated.
The defendant, please rise. The charge against you is murder in the first degree. How do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
So now you're the guardian of Ross's feelings?
Well,
Congratulations, Mom. You must be very proud.
Oh,
I'm sure you'll do an excellent job of saving him from me since I'm so bad for him.
Couldn't we please not do this?
You know what? You
to each
have
other?
no idea what I've been through and what I have done, what I have sacrificed, so you two could pick up the pieces where
What
you left
are
off
you
before I
talking
stole
about?
them away.
Sacrificed what?
So your whole take on this Olivia thing is that Josh is punishing me for not letting Richard go. Well, not letting him go soon enough.
That's the way I see it.
Why are you staring at me?
Because I'm just wondering how someone as good looking as you and as smart as you got yourself into a mess like this.
Maybe because I always jump in feet first, like you're always telling me. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
When you see Vanessa, doesn't something surge up inside you again?
Well, I mean, what are you asking me a question like this for?
Because, Billy, it's a memory of a love. And my timing was just off because all those memories came flooding back to me in the present. And yes, maybe I didn't deal with it the best way I could have, but it's finally over. And now I'm just worried that maybe it's over for Josh and me, too.
Oh, no, wait a minute. This is Reva Shane giving up. Hey, girl, you got one great big opportunity staring you right in the face here.
What?
Hey, remember how I said the Lewis boys are coming back bigger and badder than ever? Well, ain't no reason that Reva Shane can't come back, too.
You mean your new company?
No, I mean our new company. HB wanted you to be a part of Lewis Oil. He'd want you to be a part of this company, too.
You're thinking that
if you and I and Josh are working together trying to set up that new company, spending all that time like we did at Lewis Oil, this would be exactly what we all
this
need.
could be a good thing for everyone. Maybe you're right.
Oh, no, I'm right. Besides that, I just hired you. You interested?
Are you kidding? Billy Lewis, you are a godsend.
And Josh will be so busy working with you and the company, that he ain't gonna have any time for anybody else.
You're right. You're so right. Just hope it's not too late for us.
Well, it ain't over till the fat lady sings, and I don't hear any music, do you?
I believe that we can work together without changing our relationship. I do.
It's very definitely answered.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Josh, you're a great guy, you know, and I'm sorry if this is making you feel uncomfortable.
No, I appreciate your honesty. I do.
Okay, one more question. When do I start helping you build this empire?
There you go. So you're going to take the job.
Well, it's the best offer I've had all year.
Good.
Under one condition.
One condition.
That we continue to be completely honest with each other about everything.
You got a deal. In fact, I don't think I could lie to you if I wanted to.
Well, then, Mr. Lewis, you just hired your first employee.
Welcome to the company.
Thank you. Well, would you like to celebrate or something? Go downstairs?
Yeah, I think that would be very nice.
Okay, well,
Yes.
just give me a minute and I'll change my clothes.
Okay.
No, what sacrifice to put Ross and I together? What are you talking about?
You know what, Mom? I'm just being a drama queen. I'm sorry. What I meant was that if I hadn't screwed up so royally with Ross, then you two wouldn't have had the chance to find each other again.
Oh,
honey. And I'm happy for you, both. I am. I don't want to do this again, Mom. I don't want to get in the way.
Let's don't talk about this. I'm sorry for all those things I said. I didn't mean it. I love you. I love you too.
It's okay. It's okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Billy, for finally giving me the first thing to hope for in a long time and for telling me like it is.
Well, you know, sometimes it just takes that to get through that thick skull of yours.
Well, sometimes this thick skull of mine doesn't always like to hear what you have to say, even if it is worth listening to.
And especially if it's true. And then again, I'm never ever wrong, am I?
For a serious celebration.
Well, no, I think that depends on your definition of serious. 24 hours.
How are you doing?
I'd be a lot better if my wife would wake up. I gotta ask you a question. Based on what you know about my wife's illness, what do you think her chances are of coming out of this?
As for coming out of the coma, there's really no way of knowing.
But?
Her condition is continuing to deteriorate due to the disease. The issue is less about her coming out of the coma than...
And what? Whether she's gonna make it at all? What you trying to tell me? Look, how do you know she's getting worse?
In the neuro check I did, her pupils still aren't responding, and she's less reflexive than she was in certain areas.
Well, what about the heart rate and the REM? And
Just because she's showing signs of emotional stress doesn't mean that her body is becoming more responsive.
So what you're saying is this is not doing her very good at all. Before Vanessa slipped into a coma, she was having some stressful things happen in her life, and it made her symptoms worse. So that's what you're saying is happening now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta find out. I gotta find out what she's trying to tell me. That's the only way I can help her then.
I understand your feelings, Mr. Reardon. I'm afraid that whatever's locked up in there may be impossible to get out.
I was there. I was there. I'm the only one who knows.
Mr. Warren lay shot to death, bleeding, at the defendant's feet when he dragged himself to a phone to try to call for help. Did the defendant try to help her victim after she brutally shot him? No, she did not. We will prove, beyond a reasonable doubt, that Michelle Bowers Santos stood by calmly as the life slowly drained out of Mr. Warren. She coldly, premeditatedly, shot this man and watched him die.
You tell me you didn't do it! Michelle, tell me you did not kill my father!
This has been Guiding Light,